Yo, what's up guys, Goblin here, welcome to another episode. In today's video, we're gonna do something very special because we're gonna be spectating MOHAMED Light, considered the best player in the world, play against MUGI, which is also to be considered one of the greatest of all time in the history of Clash Royale. Both of these guys are the only players in the world in the history of Clash Royale to have ever won 2 world finals. So both of these guys are 2-time world champions. They're gonna be practicing a duel format, so basically what that means is that they cannot repeat any of the cards used in the matches, and the format is a best of 3. So whoever wins 2 matches is gonna win the duel, is gonna win the practice, but usually they play multiple duels. So not sure how long they have already been playing for. I'm pretty sure they have been practicing a little bit before I started recording this, but as soon as I saw the clan, as soon as I saw them playing against each other, I was like, man, they are about to play in 1 month in the world finals. They could potentially, one of them at least, get a 3-time world champion title, which would be mind-blowing. Imagine either MOHAMED Light or MUGI winning the world finals next month and then being a 3-time world champion. That would just be insane. There are many other players which definitely, in my opinion, have a lot of potential of winning. Ian77 is looking really strong this year. Many other great players, many other great competitors who, in my opinion, have a really good shot at doing well in the world finals. So let's focus on the gameplay. In the meantime, well, I'm talking a lot. MOHAMED Light already did deal so much damage just now to MUGI's left side tower right there. Beautiful connection with the evil barrel, with the wall bricks as well. I think MUGI is definitely running E-Giant here, and I think he should also have a lightning. That I think should be last 2 cards. MOHAMED Light's last card could maybe be a vine spell, which did kind of disappear out of the meta, but I feel like in the duel format, of course, there's a meta and there's still always the really strong cards, like for example now Evil Ghost. You guys, if you watched my video yesterday with the top 5 best decks for the 20-week challenge, you guys know how strong and dominant the Evil Ghost is. But of course, is it a good idea to use it in game 1 in a format where you can then not use it anymore in the matches afterwards? The answer is probably no. And man, did you guys see the Vine spell prediction on top of the bowler, knowing that MUGI was almost sure gonna go with a bowler there? MOHAMED Light predicts the bowler with the Vine spell, and I told you guys, even though Vine spell is not that popular anymore, looks like MOHAMED Light is still using it, and honestly, great value right there, both defensively and offensively. First offensively against the bowler, and then defensively against the E-Giant push. Okay, MOHAMED Light doesn't have a building, so he does need to be kind of careful here with the push, but seems like the push is pretty much gone already. Very nice last second Evil Valkyrie just to secure the defense. Only 13 seconds left, and looks like MOHAMED Light is gonna take game number 1 right here in today's video. As I said before, not sure how long today's video is gonna be. If these guys are gonna be playing 4 duels, then we're watching 4 duels. If they are gonna be playing only this and 1 more duel, then we will only have 2 duels. So it all depends on them. See you guys soon with game number 2. Okay guys, hopping into game number 2 in this duel between MOHAMED Light and MUGI. I feel like both of these guys, whenever they are practicing, of course, take it as serious as possible. But there's also a lot of thought process going into these matches. I'm pretty sure MOHAMED Light is going to try and take advantage of the fact that MUGI, for example, spent Lightning, Nado. In general, there's a lot of mind games going on. For example, here, Lightning is out. Evil Witch is a great option. Like, those type of decisions, those type of strategies are very common, very, strong, very important, I think is the word I'm looking for, in these type of matches, especially with the duel format. So okay, I think we're gonna be watching a Royal Giant against Royal Giant matchup right here, and I think both of these guys are gonna be running the Evil Ghost because MOHAMED Light is using the normal Royal Giant. I'm 90% sure that his last remaining cards are gonna be probably Electro Spirit, I would say Evil Ghost, and then a Fireball or a Lightning, but I think that the Fireball is definitely a little bit more popular in the Royal Giant decks nowadays. So I think that the matchup is pretty much the same. The difference maker here could be the Tower Troop though. I mean, the Mother Witch versus the normal Witch is also gonna be a little bit different, of course, but I feel like the Tower Troop and MOHAMED Light so far, great start by the way. I didn't even notice that he got so much damage onto MUGI's left side tower, but I feel like the Tower Troop, maybe because of the Witch, not that great, but one-on-one against the Royal Giant, of course, it's really good against beatdown cards. So I feel like if MOHAMED Light can distract the Cannoneer with the Witch, then he might have the favor. But if MUGI is gonna do a great job at killing the Witch and just have the Cannoneer and his support troops defend the Royal Giant, then the Cannoneer might be a little bit better right here. But so far, talking damage wise, Mohamed Light is in a huge lead right now. Okay, nice E-Spirit timing here to take care of the Fisherman. Locks the left side lane. Royal Giant at the bridge out of MUGI. Skeletons up high to distract the Fisherman. I really like those skeletons because look at the Fisherman not being able to directly pull the Royal Giant. Instead, the Royal Giant is going to get quite some damage there onto Mohamed Light's right side tower. Mohamed Light with the lane switch. Wow, okay. So he actually goes with a Royal Giant right side lane and then the Evo goes left side lane right here. Let's see how that is going to turn out for him. He's going to get a ton of damage onto the right side tower. Counter push here is looking scary though. How is he going to defend both the left and the right side tower here? Okay, he's going to let the Ghost Evolution get a lot of damage. He's going to go with a lock right here into the right side lane with the Ghost and the Royal Giant from MUGI. Fisherman is going to get a little bit of damage on the left side tower. Can Mohamed Light stay alive? He is going to stay alive. Okay, so MUGI still needs to cycle either a Royal Giant offensively or lock plus Fireball. And then after that, when both of these guys are going to take each other's tower, if Mohamed Light is going to take it, but looks like, yeah, he is going to take it. MUGI needs to Fireball. And then the only difference between these players right now are 3 HP. Mohamed Light actually being down 3 HP. So, man, what just happened? How did MUGI turn around the match after such a bad start right there? Okay, nice Ghost up high. He's definitely going to try and Fireball the Evil Ghost plus the Mother Witch right there. Fisherman is going to try and pull the Witch. Nice Fisherman is going to pull the Witch. Royal Giant in the pocket from Mohamed Light, knowing that the Fisherman is out of cycle. And I feel like Mohamed Light just knows that MUGI doesn't really have a DPS unit in there. Mother Witch is not a great DPS dealer. As you guys can see, Mohamed Light is going to take game number 2 right here as well. Very interesting that in game 1, neither of them used the Evil Ghost, and then afterwards, both of them used it. So, see you guys soon with game number 3. Okay guys, hopping into game number 3 between Mohamed Light and MUGI. Usually what these pro players do, by the way, if they are practicing, even though Mohamed Light already won 2-0, they always still play game number 3 with the same exact rules, just to create a scenario situation of a match where they can't repeat any of the 16 cards played in game 1 and game 2. So for example, Mohamed Light right here is not going to be able to play Look, Valkyrie, like a bunch of cards he used in game 1 and 2. He can't use the Evil Ghost. MUGI can't use the Evil Ghost as well. MUGI spent a lot of spells. He had spent Barbell, Lock, Fireball. He spent Nado, Lightning. And looks like MUGI is gonna be using, I think it's gonna be a Giant Graveyard deck. And Mohamed Light seems to be using a Psycho deck. And it's insane with Mohamed Light how good he is with Psycho. And in a duel format where it's not easy to make 3 unique decks, he managed to play Lockbait Cycle, he managed to play Minor Cycle, and he also managed to play Royal Giant Cycle. So he still somehow managed to play 3 Cycle decks, even though it's a dual format. And he's gonna be using, I think this is gonna be a Minor Rocket type of deck. Last 2 cards should definitely be Rocket, and then maybe what could the last card be? Because there's no lock open for Mohamed Light. He already used it in Royal Giant. I wonder what the last card could be here, but it's definitely gonna be, or at least my feeling is telling me that it could be, what's it called? Rocket. Minor Rocket nowadays is, it's a Barbell. Okay, that actually makes sense. Barbell and Psycho decks nowadays are quite popular, We see it in the current meta deck as well with the Evil Ghost, Minor Poison. That deck also runs the Barbell. So, Mohamed Light's last card I think should be Rocket. MUGI's last card, not really sure what it could be, because I was thinking about the Evil Witch. Because he used the Royal Giant with the Mother Witch, like I was like, maybe he's keeping the Evil Witch for this Giant Graveyard deck, but he actually doesn't have the evolution available anymore because he already showed that the Snowball and the Skeleton Army is gonna be evolved. So Mohamed Light is gonna definitely get a lot of value from the Evil Tesla. Nice. Wow, okay, I was about to say, so many things happened at the same time. First of all, I wanted to say nice Rocket, then I wanted to say nice Bomber, and MUGI just predicted the Bomber as if it was way too obvious. Maybe for him it was too obvious. I personally didn't even keep that track of the Bomber Cycle right there. Nice defense right there from Mohamed Light. And man, I feel like Giant Graveyard, generally speaking, does really well against Cycle decks. I feel like Mohamed Light is gonna somehow win this match though. Like so far he is controlling the match really well. He still needs to be very careful though. I feel like the Evil Skarmy, especially in certain situations, and just in general the graveyard, like chipping away, him not having lock, like there's gonna be certain situations where I feel like it's gonna be hard for him to defend and to hold on without taking any damage, but he's doing such a good job so far. Like honestly, impressive gameplay from Mohamed Light so far. We need to be very careful. with him not overspending, like going rockets when he shouldn't go rocket. But of course, what am I gonna say? He knows what he's doing. He knows when he should and shouldn't. And oh my god, that's a big mistake from MUGI right there, guys. Note how MUGI tried to block the general of the Skarmy evolution. Instead, it went in front of the giant, and that is gonna mess up his strategy, his game plan he had right there for the evil skeleton army. So he's gonna have to cycle 2 more skeleton armies to get back to the evil skeleton army afterwards. MOHAMED Light is gonna pressure right here with evil bomber. Beautiful evil bomber, well, also defending a giant graveyard push, and looks like he's gonna defend without taking too much damage, while getting so much damage right there with the evil bomber. And now MOHAMED Light is on another level right now, playing out of his mind, guys. 688 HP left on MUGI's left side tower. MOHAMED Light needs a couple of minor hits plus a rocket connection to be able to win this match. He does need to be careful because MUGI, with one good interaction, one good graveyard push, could get a lot of damage right here. So this is gonna be kind of scary for MOHAMED Light to defend. He does have the Dark Prince available, Barbell, but oh my god, look at all those skeletons stacking up, guys. That is gonna be so much damage for MUGI. I think many of you guys don't even realize how difficult of a matchup this is to play while being the minor player, just because of how insane MOHAMED Light has been playing this. It is actually maybe looking like a good matchup, but it's definitely not a good matchup at all. He needs to be very careful here, but I think MOHAMED Light should be able to cycle back to the rocket before losing his tower. He's just gonna spend all his elixir, all his troops on defense. Rocket comes down, and just like that, MOHAMED Light is gonna win the first duel 3-0. See you guys soon with the next duel. If they are gonna play another one, hopefully they will, because this is amazing gameplay. Okay guys, starting the next duel, MOHAMED Light versus MUGI. MOHAMED Light so far absolutely dominating the matches. We have seen quite some close matches, but overall the result is 3-0 for MOHAMED Light right now. Let's see what they're gonna be starting the next duel with. Now they can use any card again. Now it's like starting 0-0. And then of course, whatever they play in game 1 right here, they cannot use those cards in game 2 and in game 3. So far what I've noticed, and maybe this time around it's gonna be different, but what I've seen and noticed, they are not using the Evil Ghost in game 1. Instead, they are trying to kind of keep it, I think, for potentially game 2 or maybe even game 3. But the last duel, they both played it in game 2. So definitely an interesting matchup right here. I think MOHAMED Light is going to have NATO. So there's a free King Tower activation if I have ever seen one. And never mind, MOHAMED Light is actually going to be using the Evil Ghost right here. And MUGI seems to not have the Evil Ghost. He's going to be using the Evil Skarmy and the Evil Skeleton Barrel with a bunch of spam, pressure, bait, whatever you want to call it, cards. He has a lot of, bait and spam cards in this deck, with the Wall Breakers, with the Skeleton Army Evolution, with the Skelly Barrel. I think that he's not going to have any other win condition, like for example a Goblin Barrel. I don't think he's going to have a Minor or something in there. I think, his win condition is just the way he's been playing right now, a lot of spammy cards. And what a nice way of pressuring, what a nice way of chipping down MOHAMED Light's tower. Even though MOHAMED Light has Evo XE, even though he has Barbell, Nado, Gold Knight, a lot of good answers against spam cards, he is still not able to defend it perfectly. And MUGI so far is finding quite some damage here in single elixir. I think that double elixir is going to be difficult for him though. And MOHAMED Light is actually using Zappies. Okay, that is a very interesting addition to this Goblin Joel Nado deck. It kind of reminds me of these old school Goblin Joel decks with the Magic Archer. I doubt that the last card is going to be Magic Archer though. I feel like the last card is not really sure what it is gonna be actually. I guess we're gonna have to wait a little bit and find out soon. I think he has the Evo XE available, so Evo XE there is gonna have a time of his life, is gonna get so much value. Such a satisfying interaction when the Evo XE just cleans up all of the spam cards. And last card was actually Giant Skeleton. I wasn't really sure what it was gonna be, and looks like it is gonna be a Giant Skeleton, so very interesting addition for MOHAMED Light's deck. And looks like MUGI is actually using the Vine spell, so very interesting matchup right here. So far MOHAMED Light is in the damage lead as of for now, but still not looking like an easy matchup for either of them, just because of the way both of them have a really solid defense. Both of them have a lot of synergy in their deck. But this is getting scary for MUGI, I feel like. MOHAMED Light having a really big counter push here with the Evil Ghost, with the Gold Knight. We're probably gonna see maybe a Nado. I was about to say maybe a Nado plus Golden Knight could be very huge right here. Even though the Golden Knight is not able to connect, it is being too much spam, too much pressure for MUGI to deal with. And MOHAMED Light once again is gonna secure another victory. MOHAMED Light playing out of his mind right now, so far doing amazing against MUGI. See you guys soon with game number 2 in duel number 2. Okay guys, hopping into game number 2 between Mohamed Light and MUGI. So far Mohamed Light is dominating all of the series. First of all in the first duel 3-0, right now in duel number 2 is up 1-0. I must say that Mohamed Light did use the Evo Ghost already, so I think that MUGI does have a chance here if he uses the Evo Ghost and if he does get a decent matchup to make a comeback. But looks like so far he starts off with the Furnace Evolution and a Barbell, so I'm not sure if he's gonna have the Evo Ghost in there. This is more looking like a Graveyard deck, or not really sure what it's gonna be actually, because he also has a Lightning. So Graveyard Lightning is definitely not gonna be an option. I'm not sure what MUGI is gonna be using here. With a Barbell, with a Lightning, and with a Furnace Evolution, Mohamed Light might be the one using Graveyard though, because he's using Berserker, Poison Witch, and Ice Spirit. I feel like it's either gonna be Graveyard or maybe some kind of Goblin Duel minor type of deck, but if I would have to take a guess, it's most likely gonna be Graveyard, because these type of decks usually do run the Graveyard. MUGI instead is the one who surprised me a little bit here. He has Evo Zap, Evo Furnace, Spirit Impress. He does have a Lightning, which is actually gonna be very good in certain situations against the Witch, but Mohamed Light is able to outcycle the Lightning for now in single elixir, getting a lot of value, getting a lot of damage on top of the Spirit Impress with the Witch, and great push right here with Mohamed. That is exactly what I was talking about. Graveyard was indeed the win condition here. Skeleton King is gonna get a lot of value, and I think Mohamed Light once again is just gonna win, or pretty much win the match right here. He goes for a Vine Spell as well, which is gonna stay alive, which is gonna heal up because of all the skeletons dying on the left side lane, on the right side lane. Guys, this is actually starting to be crazy. Like, how is Mohamed Light so good at this game, and how is Mohamed Light making MUGI look like as if it was a random player you would face in a grand challenge? Like, MUGI is a 2-time world champion, guys, and he is actually giving up right now. The score in this duel is 2-0. So far Mohamed Light 5-0. Do you guys think that Mohamed Light in the world finals next month can be the 3-time world champion? If he plays like this, I feel like he has a good chance. So see you guys soon with the last match. They are, as always, gonna play game number 3, even though Mohamed Light is up 2-0. So see you guys soon with the last match of today's video. Last match between Mohamed Light and MUGI in today's video. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys would like to see more of these type of videos, more of these type of content in the future. I personally love doing commentary. I love watching these players play. I love just in general analyzing, watching Clash Royale in general. I feel like it's a great idea, great type of content, and most of the people, when I read the comments, also seem to enjoy it and also seem to like it quite a bit. So yeah, definitely let me know in the comment section below if you are one of those persons who enjoy it, if you guys want to see more of this type of content. Also, please do let me know, and even if you have a suggestion for a specific player who is, for example, now preparing to be playing in the World Finals next month, like for example here Mohamed Light and MUGI are both about to play in the World Finals next month. Maybe if you guys have another player in mind, it would also be very nice, very cool to kind of analyze and watch different type of players, especially them preparing and now practicing before the World Finals. Like, everyone is of course now grinding, tryharding, playing the best they can play. Okay, nice guards right here for Mohamed. Mohamed Light seems to be using a very interesting Mega Knight deck. I think if I would have to take a guess, he could be running a Hawk Rider in there, maybe, and right as I say so, he does go with a Hawk Rider, maybe with an Earthquake. Earthquake is indeed gonna be the other spell, and what a nice snowball. Is he? Wow, he is gonna get the Hawk Rider to connect, even though MUGI spent Goblin Hut, Valkyrie. Not sure if he had anything else right there, but that is still so much elixir spent on the Hawk Rider. Still gonna get a connection thanks to both the Earthquake and the Snowball right there. And Mohamed Light so far with a pretty good start, especially considering that MUGI is using a Cycle deck. Usually with Cycle decks you want to control and defend the best you can, while slowly but surely chipping away. And Mohamed Light so far 2 out of the 2 miners, or is that already 3 out of the 3? I'm not really sure. I think, well, the last 2 miners at least we saw from MUGI have been predicted from Mohamed Light with his guards. Okay, so Hawk Rider plus EOS up high. Last card was the EOS for Mohamed Light. Last card for MUGI should be Poison right here. And this is definitely looking like a very good situation for Mohamed Light to be in. But he does need to be careful because, of course, anything could still happen right here. This is gonna be a crazy push to defend though. Like, Mohamed Light is applying so much pressure right now. Evo Ice Spirit does not kill the minions anymore, so minions are gonna stay alive. Probably gonna see a snowball. There you go, beautiful snowball. out of Mohamed Light. Guys, this is just gonna be once again a complete, how do you say that, domination, I think is the word. I'm not really sure, but wow, what a crazy series. Mohamed Light winning both duels, 3-0, 6-0 in total. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys think that Mohamed Light is gonna be the world champion next month, making him 3-time world champion, or do you guys think he's gonna have someone surprising him? Anyways, I would love to hear your opinion in the comment section down below. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure to smack the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, feel free to subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in one of my next videos. Take care, guys.